Good afternoon. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone is doing fantastic. Today is a very, very exciting day because we are here at the press event for the opening of World of Jumanji. Today we're going to have a look around the land, see everything that it has to offer. There are 3 rides here to do. We've obviously got kind of the headline attraction, as you can see here, which is Mandrill Mayhem, and we have got 2 flat rides. So we have got Ostrich Stampede and we have got Mamba's Strike. Right, so let's not waste any more time. Let's get in and check out World of Jumanji for the very first time. I am so excited for this. All right, so here we go. For the first time, we have stepped foot here in World of Jumanji. So over here, we've got this nice area, and in the middle, you've got the World of Jumanji sign, and in the background, you've got a big cat, very big cat. Is that smoke coming out of his mouth? Right, so now we are in the land, and we had a quick look around. It's time for level 1. It's got to be the rides, hasn't it? Let's go do some rides here at World of Jumanji. Right, so up first, oh, this is lovely, isn't it? Look at this. Nice bit of theming. First up is going to be Mamba's Strike. First ride we're doing in here. We're going to wait a second for the coaster. Got a bit of theming. This whole land is just surrounded by the coaster track of Mandrill Mayhem, and there's the Mamba. Very cool. We've just come off of Mamba Strike, our first ride here in World of Jumanji, and it's actually just gone down momentarily, but it's good fun. There's obviously many of these rides in the world, but it's got a snake, it's got a Mamba coming through the top there. That's pretty cool. It's good fun. You come out your seat a little bit, a good fun ride. Right, so it is time for the headline attraction here in World of Jumanji. It's time for Mandrill Mayhem. Brand new wing coaster here. Oh yes. So it really does look absolutely fantastic off-ride. It's now time to see what it's like on-ride. The station building does look really cool. I was a little bit concerned when I saw the initial construction photos that it was going to look bland, but they've done a good job, and it looks like they've got some fantastic lighting in the station. I've just seen them flicker as well, which is really cool. Then we've got this Jeep here, Jumanji Genesis Seaplane McDonough Summit. Strengths, pilot, margarita making. Weakness, mosquitoes. A bit of themed queue safety announcements. That's very cool. So just come off not 1, not 2, but 3 rides there on Mandrill Mayhem. We have managed a kind of row 4, a row 3, and a front row. I've got to say, it's actually exceeded my expectations a little bit. It is for the people that have kind of done the little coasters and are ready to take that next big step, but are not quite there yet for something like Swarm or Stealth or something at Alton Towers. This is like plugs the gap perfectly here, what they've done at Chessington, which I think is important given that it's a family park. This is obviously not going to be your #1 coaster. This is not going to be the best roller coaster in the UK. It wasn't designed to be. This is 100% perfect for the target audience and the land. I enjoyed the first initial backwards launch, and you kind of come out and you kind of hit this like downhill before going up the spike, and you do come out your seat quite a bit actually before launching through the station. It's all right actually. It's quite good coming out before you go through what is like the slowest part of the ride, but you kind of glide into that inversion before you make your way all the way around here. You hit another little launch. That's not particularly like a snappy launch. That's just a nice little kick up this hill, obviously around this centerpiece, the Panther, and that's quite good until you get to the top here. And I have to say, actually, the top of the spike here is the most thrilling part of the ride for me, because you're kind of, especially if you're on that left-hand side, you're kind of just hanging off of your seat onto the restraint before you roll backwards through the rest of the track. The rest of it is obviously the same thing, just backwards, or unless you're on the back row and now you're going forwards. And backwards, I've bored people with it on my vlogs before. I don't particularly like backwards, but this is fine. It's not particularly going fast. And then you hit that launch, and then you go through that inversion backwards. And I do like the inversion actually, because of the way it's kind of positioned over the entrance of the land. You can kind of you're just facing the floor and just staring at people that are obviously staring up at you. It's very good. I will say, however, after a few rides, I've sat on the inside seat and the outside seat, and there is without a doubt, the outside seat has got this weird kind of like bounce. I don't know how to explain it. I wouldn't sit there and say, oh, it's rough, but it's not super comfortable either. There is a definite like bouncy kind of rattle. It's very, very strange. And the inside seat I found way more comfortable, very, very smooth. So just something to think about if you're a little bit worried about it being rough. But yeah, other than that, I think it's a great addition. I've got concerns. Obviously, I think like a lot of people, it's not a high capacity coaster. They've obviously switched to virtual queue. I'm very intrigued to see how that's going to work. I'll obviously test it out at some point when I come back, because there's like this weird boarding system here where you'll kind of get on your numbers. One's obviously going to go over to the other side, one's going to stay here, and they kind of keep you behind this gate before you can go through to the air gates. Now I assume that's because obviously a train is launching in and out, but you know, with the air gates, it makes it a weird experience because you're kind of just standing there. They clear everyone off the ride after their ride has finished, and then you're just kind of waiting for them to go. Your gate opens and then your air gate opens and you go onto the ride. It's very strange. Obviously, I'm guessing that's what the virtual queue was for, was to try and combat that, let people go and do other things before they come and get in the queue. But so as you come out of the exit, they have literally got the bazaar just straight through here, and it's like, that's quite cool the way it's like under a tarp like that. And then we'll get to the merch. You've got some World of Jumanji hoodies. I think these have already been online for a little while. Not sure what the price is on that. Oh, £45. You got a t-shirt, £25. Look at this. If you really want to look the part, you've got this shirt, World of Jumanji, embroidered on as well. That's £40. And then you've got some, look at these. You've got some gilets if you really want to get lost in the World of Jumanji. 35 quid as well. I don't think that's too bad. That's cool. I like to see different kind of merch like this. And then you've got kind of your official merch from the movies. You've got some plushes here. Look at Jack Black. Is that supposed to be The Rock? Yeah. Your usual pens, notebooks, pencils, rulers, you know, stationery. You've got a backpack if you want it here. And then some theme park staples here. You've got some coffee mugs. You've got a flask. Some more here, World of Jumanji mugs as well. Oh, look at this. This is called Jumanji Electronic Game Board. You've got the actual, like, I'm guessing the board game, yeah. Board game here, 130 quid, blimey. Does look like it's going to be good detail though, I guess. Oh, this looks really nice in here. Got like these umbrellas hanging upside down, these lanterns. Very pretty. And then you've got just some more of the merch in here if you need it. It's the back of the Jumanji board game. We've actually got a Mandrill Mayhem specific hoodie there, that's £35. If you want some Mandrill Mayhem merch. And then over here, you've got something that potentially, if the kids aren't ready for the ride yet, particularly Mandrill Mayhem, you've got these games over here. You've got a claw game here, you've got a throwing game over here where you can win some prizes. Obviously the prizes are themed really well for Jumanji. You've got Smolder Strength here, which is obviously like a hammer game, highest score wins. And then you've got Berry Barrel's Ball Throw here, where you can win more of the same prizes. And of course, if you really love the centerpiece here, the Panther, you can win it. Take it home with you and create your own Chessington. Right, so our third and final ride here at World of Jumanji is going to be Ostrich Stampede. I've got to say, they have smashed it with these signs. I love like the ostrich tethers on either side. I'm not actually sure, I'm massively looking forward to this. I don't think this is my kind of ride, but we'll give it a go. So, Ostrich Stampede, not my kind of ride that personally. It's like throwing you up and down. If you're gonna eat a turkey leg, do it after you do Ostrich Stampede, because that's a lot of up and down. It's quite a short cycle. Listen, I'm sure there's some people that enjoy that. I'm not the hugest lover of flat rides, but it's done. Right, so that's level 1 done. The rides are done. Let's move on to level 2. We've got the theming. Yeah, one of the things about this area that kind of is like this, you know, like the board game and the maze, is once all these trees are kind of grown and these bushes are grown and it's a bit thicker, I think it's gonna be really nice to walk through here, especially with the music blaring. You've obviously got like these kids kind of play area bits as well. And I think, given by the way it's been planted, I don't think it's gonna be like some thick forest in here, but it's certainly gonna add to the land. So level 2, theming done. Let's move on to level 3. We've got the audio in the park. Gotta say, the audio is like booming in here. It's very, very loud. I'm sure you're gonna notice at parts of the vlog. I think that's so important to a land right on cue. Very important to a land to have ride audio. It really creates an atmosphere, and I think they've done it very, very well here. It's very loud. It's un-vlogger friendly loud, but I'm not complaining. Right, that's level 3 out of the way. It's time to move on to level 4, and that is the food. Here it looks like there is going to be the food truck. I love this though, I love this kind of upside down truck. It's making some noises. I don't know if that's being picked up, but you've got the wheel coming through the fence here. Warning, mandrills. Yeah, we know all about them by now. So just had a quick bite to eat. When we come to this press event, we were given 1 food token, so I felt like I had to have the signature thing here in Jumanji, and I had the giant turkey leg, and actually it was all right. I've had one at Disney before, and I gotta say I hated it. They were like salty, they were just horrible, whereas this one, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say I absolutely loved it. I finished as much as I could. There was a lot of turkey on the bone there. One thing I do want to talk about though is the prices. The prices seem extremely expensive. Like, I think the turkey leg and the hot dog are like £13.50 or £14, and that doesn't come with like chips and a drink. Like, that is a lot of money, and I've got to say, if that was a meal, you know, I would kind of say, okay, £13 for a theme park meal, not too bad. But yeah, £13 or £14 I think for the vegan option, that's quite lumpy. You have saved Jumanji. You may now exit the game. We did it, everyone. We did it. So just finished our day here at the World of Jumanji press event. It's been a fantastic day, but we finished our ride on Mandrill Mayhem, and now I did the backwards / forwards / you know, the end 2 rows that are facing the other way, and I gotta say, that really bumped it up for me. Like, kind of launching forwards into that spike, and you kind of hit the top of it, and it feels like you're basically upside down. Like, that's got to be bordering on an inversion. Like, surely, for me, that is definitely the more intense way to ride it. So if you want that, just that little bit more thrill, for me personally, I found that those 2 seats at the end a much more thrilling experience, especially like coming through the station, then backwards, and coming through this first inversion backwards, and then obviously you get a different experience because you're then coming down this bit forwards. So yeah, that is going to do it for this vlog. I just want to say a huge thank you to my friend Claire, who got invited to this press event through her blog. Her blog is coasterclaire.co.uk. Honestly, Claire does a fantastic blog. It covers everything, obviously theme park related, but from travel, hotels, food, drink, and then obviously the rides and experiences themselves. I am someone who admittedly doesn't read enough, and I don't enjoy reading, and I have to say, Claire's blogs are so interesting, so passionate and amazing. So go and check it out if you haven't yet. Huge thank you to Claire for allowing me to come today as one of her +1s. It really means the world, so thank you, Claire. And so yeah, that's going to do it. I think World of Jumanji is an absolutely beautiful area, and I think it's going to get better with age once everything grows a little bit more. Yeah, there's some concerns, I think, about capacity. It's going to be interesting to see how the virtual queue works out. We'll find out more as the ride is fully open on Monday. It's pass holder previews tomorrow, but I think what's quite important about World of Jumanji is the fact that we didn't lose anything. We haven't demolished a load of rides to build this. This is brand new rides. That's 1 coaster, 2 flats of people that would have been in the queues on other rides, now in the queues of this ride, which I think is a big win, and plus it's pretty cool in there. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much if you've made it all the way through. If you don't subscribe and you would like to subscribe, that would mean the world to me. Likes, comments, all that lovely stuff. But yeah, from me here at World of Jumanji,